First thing first, I really want to thank for giving me the opportunity to convey my thoughts on this platform. To begin with, as a religious listener of Bharatvaarta, I think that this platform has the utmost amount of potential, not only because it includes talented subject experts shedding the lights on various topics at hand, but also because it involves a 360-degree overview on the subject matter with rich content. I also think that Bharatvaarta provides a much more neutral, unbiased view, presenting details as it is, allowing listener to absorb and judge by themselves, which is a much needed in today's times where everyone is highly opinionated. It is an antidote to the Lutyens media, which revolves around a selected few. Bharatvaarta has a more universal approach to all the topics that relates to the majority of people. Speaking of topics, I would say I think that there is a something or the other to take for everyone here. They are pretty short, sweet, and concise. And the language used is just as simple for a common man to understand instead of using the approach of mainstream media that runs multiple topics at once. This podcast allow one to focus on one pressing topic at a time that involves the problems of the common man in India. It's an all-encompassing approach that covers the past, present, and future issues. The reason why I watch Bharatvarta because we are currently in a high action, high drama age where liberals or anarchists are using so much to spread rumors, fear, confusion among people. And all we need is a genuine platform that provides simple, reliable facts and without all the emotional mush. Among the sea of information generated daily by both mainstream and digital media, it has left doubts in the minds of audience and the authenticity of information and reliability of the media platforms that generate them. With the rise of partisan reporting, that rampant presence of fake news, public perception of media reliability has assumed new social relevance and historical urgency. In my opinion, Roshan Bhai is enlightening all curious Indians by hosting this podcast. He is the curry that mixes well with all the menus and appa that ensures to provide enhancing knowledge through the discussions and by asking the right questions that may come in general audience's mind. Bharatvarta is a medium for passionate nationalists who don't have to fall in the narrative game of investors, of financial line, or commercial dharma of so-called big media houses. The general perception of mainstream media are considered an instrument of propaganda and narrative building. But with the emergence of digital platforms like Bharatvarta, people are getting provided with alternative sources of information that rivals the conventional media platforms. The accessibility of digital platforms is a good feature as well. One can listen to the podcast while commuting or working out, while making the most mundane things interesting at their own convenience. One can also choose from among all the topics that they are most interested about. The informed audience and active consumers get to choose from among the topics that meet their personal needs and curiosities. And the advent of digital media has exponentially benefited these choices. The potential for such platforms is very strong because of its participatory nature, like what we are doing now, and the credibility influence associated with mainstream media outlets also. It is easier to connect with the speaker as they carry a democratic spirit and exude the sense of oneness and like-mindedness among the listeners, instead of speaking like well-trained professionals on mainstream media controlling the one-way flow of information. This is all the inputs I have on this educating yet entertaining podcast. Thanks again for having me, Roshan Bhai, and all the people here, and wish you a very happy new year in advance.